looking at the pattern for these squareds. So let's try x plus 2. Go ahead, Anthony. I'm going to call a bunch of you.
X squared plus 4x plus 4.
X squared plus 4x plus 4.
Why is it switching?
Okay.
So
Kyle, do this one.
Plus 26.
Okay.
Plus 169.
Plus 169. Okay, how about
Airplane.
okay, Sabrina, how about this one?
I don't know.
Look at the pattern for all the others. The middles are all 2 times that number. And the end ones are all this number squared. So, what's the first part? X squared.
Plus 12x
Yeah.
plus 36. You were in yesterday.
Plus 36.
You have one
Good.
yesterday.
So we've got that pattern down. What if there's a minus?
Not too fast. Ooh.
It's okay, there's a whole bunch of them, don't worry about it. Huh?
No, senor.
There's a lot of homework right now.
Alright, now if there's a
Look
minus,
at it.
if there's a minus, look, I'll just do this one like this because there's only a minor difference here. X squared, outers is what? If we're doing this out the long way, the outers gives you how much?
No, I don't know.
This one?
X squared
You don't
minus, wait, isn't it?
No.
Go ahead, bro.
Who is it?
Preston, how much is the outers?
The outers are negative 5x.
Negative 5x. Giovanna, the inners are how much?
25.
Inners.
Oh, negative 5x.
Negative 5x. And the last, Giovanna?
So you're just making a negative.
Plus 25. So, what's the only difference here between this and the other one? The middle's negative.
Right.
You still have a plus at the end. That's the only difference. Is when you have a minus here, the middle's negative. It's still twice as much. So let's just do another couple. All right. Let's have Riley. I want you to do this one. Do that one.
No? You're not gonna hold my hand? You already have your Christmas plane.
Not minus 9. Double it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know behind the scenes.
Okay, good. All right, now let's get Grace. I'm counting on you for this one.
He doesn't know about the
Grace Rodriguez.
Oh, heck no. Why are you using fractions? I don't know fractions.
Okay, sure you do.
No, where's my calculator?
Raise
No. Grace.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, if you must, but really honestly, this one. All right, what is it? Okay, so let's
So
start.
we got some x squared plus or minus 1
Minus 1
x.
Good.
What is the
Plus. What is
Oh, wait.
1/2 times a half?
1/4.
Anton told me.
All right, so even with fractions, you do the same thing. You didn't end up using your calculator.
Oh, I get it.
I know you could do it.
I will get it.
All right,
I will get it.
look. 2 times a half is 1. That's where she got this. You're always taking 2 times this number to get the middle. And then this number squared to get the end. Now, I did a good 12 of them because you really need to get this down. There's a couple people playing right now and you need to stop. Because what we need to do is we need to be able to, if we have something that looks like this,
Oh, we need to make it all good.
we need to be able to fill in the blank to complete the square. Complete Anton, it is 9. What made you think it was 9?
Because half of 6 is 3 and 3 times 3 is 9.
Good. He said this one, if we're completing the square, you take half of that, which gave him 3, and then he squared it. So what that means is that this number goes into here, and so my missing number is actually 9. So if you have something where you're asked to complete the square, you have to half that middle number and then square it. Completing the square is going to be our big strategy to be able to solve certain types of problems. All right, so in general, this is a good specific example, but in general, if you had x squared plus cx plus c squared, I'm sorry, 2cx.
There you go.
Okay? This is really what this looks like in general. So whatever this thing is, you have to divide it by 2 in order to solve. Okay? So whatever this part is here that's with the x, you're going to divide it by 2 to solve. This is the way your book puts it, but I want to put it in another. Cx, because the middle term just has an x. The middle term always just has an x to the first power. All right, now I'm gonna diverge from this for a minute, okay? Because a quadratic equation, you know, is in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c. This is a quadratic equation. Okay. Okay, that's nothing new. We had talked about that before. We're going to say if A is 1, if A is 1, we can break this down into A equals 1. It ends up looking like this. Right? If A equals 1, if A equals 1, then we have a quadratic equation that looks like this. So in order to complete the square, if you're completing the square, you're actually finding C. Right? In order to find C, you take B divided by 2, and then square it. This number divided by 2 and square it. And that will equal 6. So what we need to do right now is we need to complete a whole bunch of squares so that you get used to the pattern of dividing this by 2 and squaring it to find the missing piece. Okay? So, let's do that. Let's do x squared plus 14x plus blank, and our direction for all these will be complete the square.
Thank you.
Okay? So we're going to complete the square. Alright, Anthony, I'll let you do the first one, but then I'm calling on somebody else for the next one. Go ahead. Go ahead, Anthony.
14 divided by 2, so 7.
14 divided by 2, which is 7.
And then you square it, so 49.
So then you square it,
I called it in the
and that gives you 49.
Yeah,
So your answer here is
49.
49. Alright? John, you're next.
Nope, no, I'm not.
Yes, John.
Go ahead, John.
Oh.
X squared, alright, plus 6x plus something So what do you do first?
Go this way on the slide.
Shut up.
Don't.
It's gonna be 9 at the end.
It's gonna be 9, but how do you get there? What do you do with this
Oh,
number?
6 divided by 2.
6 divided by 2, which gives you
Oh,
Right.
3.
then
3 squared
3 squared, which
equals 9.
equals 9,
And you get 9.
and your answer is 9. Good.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do another one.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. Wait a
Sorry.
minute.
It's going too fast.
You have that in your notes.
Sorry. The thing is, I'm trying to do so many of them
Johnny boy.
that once we've done so many of
I'm gonna
them,
get your money.
that it doesn't matter if you miss 3 or 4 of them because we've done 15 of them.
I ain't play no game.
Okay?
Money.
What do you think?
All right, we ready? Okay, let's say I have x squared
Why is it
plus, you might need your calculator a little bit for this one, 30x plus something.
Man, this slight work.
I got it.
30 divided by 2.
Me.
Giovanna?
Never mind. Jonathan already took it.
No, he
I
said the
just said
first
30
step. Go ahead,
divided
tell me the answer.
Okay, 30 divided by 2,
125.
which
Is-
gives you 15.
Which is 15.
15 squared gives you 225.
Hey, yeah.
Whoa,
Hey,
you're
yeah.
so smart.
It's 225, not
Hands
125.
on, you were wrong.
Don't listen to inside. He failed this class.
Let's try this.
Trying to get the other way.
Yeah, probably is.
You came
I'll do it.
Yeah, really hard. I didn't expect him to do that. He just blew my spot.
Riley, how about you? Here we go.
No,
You don't care. You're so sensitive. It's okay. You may be really 169. I got it.
Good. And that one goes in there, and there's your answer. Now, this is a step in the process. What we need to realize is that for each one of these, we can factor them, and they're perfect squares. Okay, way back at the beginning.
Way back when?
Okay, let me go back to some of these
Flashback
beginning ones I did.
Diapers.
Way back here, we were squaring binomials. Okay, we squared them, we squared them, we squared them. So to factor them, we just go backwards.
Question.
So look at this one. This is the one we just did.
No.
We just found the perfect square here. So this, when it's factored, is x plus 13 squared. Okay? When we look at this very last one we did, and I'm just going to copy this so that I can get rid of all this because I want to go on. I'll get your question in a minute, but I want to
Never mind, I
finish
got
my
it.
thought. So if I want to factor this,
But not because I have to leave it this way.
okay, we've now completed the square,
And
You know. When in doubt, find out.
and we factor it then.
He has nothing with that.
it's
just
that
yours.
booty bounce.
Nasty.
That means that this right
I
here
got you, I got you.
is going to equal x plus 13 squared. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you complete the square so that when you factor it, you get a perfect square.
Perfect.
That you.
Okay? So just in your head real quick, what is going to be the missing piece here?
25.
25, because you divide by 2 and square it. And then if I factor it, how much is that squared?
X plus 5.
X plus 5.
Oh.
So completing the square gives you something that's easily factored into something like this. If I had x squared plus 14x, and you complete the square, what number goes there?
49.
49. And this is, what is this one?
X plus 7.
X plus 7 squared. Alright, we're going to do another one. Even if you didn't get that one, don't worry about it because we're doing a plethora. Okay? X squared minus 22x plus blank.
What was that doing?
X squared minus 22 plus blank. Now, I'm gonna get, Kyle, can you tell me what goes here?
Double check.
He said it's 11 times 11, because he already divided this by 2. 121. So when you factor it, you get
No.
11.
good, x minus 11. So that number that you divide by 2, that number becomes very important because it belongs right here when you factor it. This number will be important as we go through the process, but this number is equally as important. I'm just going to keep on going here.
Let's keep on doing it.
What?
Minus 30x plus something equals something squared.
225.
Okay, Naomi, what's the missing piece?
Is that Z or?
That's
Square.
W.
Oh, it's a square.
So how much goes, what goes here?
60.
No.
It's a variable in text.
The next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It could,
I don't know.
5, good, and then over here we get,
X minus 15.
what, just 15?
X
X minus 15.
X minus 15.
Good
So
job.
this middle part tells you that this is a minus. You divide by 2 and square to complete the square. And the reason is because we need to have something that's easily factored.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, let's do
One more.
one more, we'll make it a little more challenging.
Why you want to do
Bring it
that?
on.
She had the
Doughty.
Oh Lord, great. Fractions.
Oh, she wants you to stop breathing.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
What do we do
Jesus,
first? Divide by 2, so what is 1/4? Another way of dividing by 2 is multiplying by a half, right? So this
So it's
is
1/8.
1/8, but then what do we do with it? So then we need to square 1/8.
160.
Remember that one
Now,
time we
if
were
you
like,
want
this
to
is
use your
so much
calculator,
better
you
than I
can, but look
thought.
how easy this is. It's easier to just do it.
What the
164.
heck?
Food?
Stop.
No, I'm out of here. I'm
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
Now,
No,
what
you try
goes
to
over
walk
here?
supposed to be like
X plus 1/8 is always the number that you divided by 2.